that green light. Give me that Greenlight Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that Greenlight Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that Greenlight Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that Greenlight Maine.
Tonight's Greenlight Maine is sponsored by Bangor Savings Bank. You matter more.
Good evening. Welcome to Greenlight Maine. I'm your host, Julene Gervais. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the show that puts a positive spotlight on Maine, showcasing successful businesses from around the state. We have 26 of them this season competing for the grand prize of $100,000. And tonight, you have the opportunity to meet 2 of them, but only 1 will advance to the next round. Now, before I introduce the first company, I'd like to introduce our experienced panel of judges from around the Maine business community. First, I'd like to welcome Bob Montgomery-Rice, who is the CEO of Bangor Savings Bank. Bob, can you just tell us what you do?
One, it's great to be here, and I get to be the leader of 800 people across the state, helping both individuals and businesses realize their dreams. So it's great.
Great, thank you so much. Next up, we have Tom Talbert from Talbert Marketing from Gorham.
I think it's great to be here. My second opportunity, so it's very delightful. I have been in full service advertising and marketing since 1989.
Awesome, great, thank you so much. And lastly, welcome David Jean, who is the principal at Albin, Brandel & Bennett, a public accounting and consulting firm.
Hi,
thank you so much, and tell us about yourself.
Thank you for having me. I've been in the industry for about 25 years, and we provide accounting consulting services to businesses of all sizes to help achieve their financial success.
Excellent. We'll be hearing more from this panel later on in the show. Now it's time to introduce our first pitch, who is Nate Barr from Zootility, Maine. Nate, thank you so much for being here. And this might be a little bit hokey, but I like to say this all started with animals and your wallet, right?
That's right, yeah. Zoo, animal, utility, tools, Zootility.
Excellent, okay. So if you're ready, take it away.
Thanks. My company is Zootility. We design products here in Maine and manufacture them all in the US, mostly in our shop in Portland. I started the company 4 years ago with Pocket Monkey, the world's first credit card-sized multi-tool. Since then, I've designed the world's first credit card-sized folding knife, a series of over 100 bottle openers, and a line of jewelry. I'm here today to pitch our latest product, Toolry, Tool Jewelry. This is exciting because it's not just a new product, it's an entirely new product category. It started when my wife, Bryn, asked how she could carry my tool designs on her better. She pointed out that dresses don't have pockets, jeans are too tight, and a purse is never big enough. After several months of design work, the result is a pendant necklace that carries up to 16 tools. The pieces are thin and stackable so that from the front you don't see them, and you can remove any piece without taking the necklace off, yet the patent-pending design clamps them tight so they won't fall off as you wear it. There's also a chevron shape, which is currently a trend in the fashion, but that doubles as a great lever to use for the tools. The base model has a bottle opener, 2 different sizes of screwdrivers, a box cutter, and you can expand it to have up to 4 different sizes of additional screwdrivers, 8 hex or Allen keys. And in the future, I hope to design some additional tools that can be added to any necklace. We've already launched this on Kickstarter and have accomplished $15,000 in sales in the first week. And the response has been phenomenal by all the people who have backed the project and commented on it. We've already been on track for over $75,000 in funding by the time the 30-day campaign is over. We took samples of this to our latest trade show, and the retailers were a little bit hesitant about the price point. So our plan now is to develop a new version of it that does make some trade-offs, because this one was uncompromising in its design. We wanted to make the very best product we could for our initial product offering. But we've done this before. With Pocket Monkey, I launched it where it cost me $6.50 to make each one, even though I sold each for $6. So I lost money on every single one that I sold, but I proved that there was a market before I risked investing $100,000 to scale it up. So now we want to test some new designs, see that there's interest, and then we'll know how to scale up those versions to achieve what the retailers are looking for. So with your help, I think we can greatly expand on this powerful and empowering idea. Thanks.
Nice job. And so nobody else out there is making jewelry like this. This is like one of a kind.
This is one of a kind. Yeah, we've gotten patents on it because it's such a unique idea.
Awesome. Okay, so let's start our question and answer round. Why don't we start with you, Bob?
So based on your success with Pocket Monkey, what are you hoping for profit margins when it comes to this new product?
Yeah, sure. We try to start off selling stuff where maybe we have a 2x markup, but eventually want to get to an 80% profitability when we sell directly to consumers and 60% when we sell to a wholesaler. Although that doesn't cover the entire cost of running the business, that's just the contribution margin.
I see the path that you took on Pocket Monkey because I can see that market, that audience. This one, as you described, is a new category. So is this going to go to the jewelry market, which is highly competitive, or is this more just for the utility function?
But the great answer is that it's both. We have established channels that we already sell to. We have over 1,500 stores, both in the US and abroad, that we sell to. Stores like REI, the Container Store, Sky Mall, even the Guggenheim. And we've been surprised at the variety of places that are willing to pick up our tools. And this is something that they've been asking for because most of our tools, they tell us they think of as products for men. So this is starting off as a product for women, but we want to expand it into be a gender-neutral product that we can offer to all these different stores and hopefully accomplish both. I think in that nexus, there's also a great opportunity for marketing.
And one last question from David.
Yes, do you plan to accessorize this product, such as earrings and bracelets?
Yeah, great question. That is the confidential plan of moving forward, is to look for additional ways that you might not want to carry an entire toolbox. You would just want a couple pieces, and therefore those other places would be a potential place to put it. But we wanted to start with something where we were proving that this isn't just a gimmick. You can have your entire toolbox available, but now we can simplify it down to something that people can just achieve at a lower price point and is easier to carry.
Nice job. Well, thank you so much, Nate. And we got to take a short break and hear from our sponsors, but when we come back, we're going to give you some money tips from CEO Bob Montgomery of Bangor Savings Bank. We'll be right back.
Greenlight Maine would like to thank the Maine Department of Economic and Community Development, the Maine DECD, helping businesses and communities prosper.
You give gift cards, you get gift cards. But how do you make them matter more? With Bowie Local. This gift card makes it easy to support local businesses and gives those you care about a local choice. The Bowie Local card can be used at participating local businesses throughout Maine. That's right. You can now give the gift of local. Bowie Local gift cards keep Maine communities thriving. Support local, give local. Give the gift card of Maine at bowielocal.com.
Are you trying to increase sales? At Dream Local Digital, we've been helping businesses using Facebook, Google, and other online tools for over 8 years. We're experts at helping small businesses because we work with them nationwide.
Dream Local publicizes the important part of me and what I stand for and what Archers is about.
We'd love to help you grow your business as well. Give us a call today.
Please join us to find vital information on our website at greenlightmaine.com and be a part of our vibrant community on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Together, we're building Maine's future, one dream at a time.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. Your banker is a very important person in your business, and many times they are the most important person. We are very appreciative to have the CEO of Bangor Savings Bank here with us today. Welcome, Bob Montgomery-Rice. He is one of our sponsors. And, it can be scary for a new business. So what is some advice to a startup that comes in and maybe they're looking to make the next step?
Well, first of all, it's great to be here. It's great to be part of this. And I would say that having someone come in and already talk to the maker, that's number one, is good. But the next thing that people need to be thinking, believe it or not, is how they might manage growth. If they get fortunate enough to have the idea take off, how are they going to handle it? How are they going to handle the financing? How are they going to handle people doing it for them? Just spending some time thinking about managing the future growth that might come their way.
Right, and a big concern might be, a company that grows too quickly, and then that's where they get into trouble.
Yeah, believe it or not, that's one of the biggest threats to new companies is growing too fast. It's sort of counterintuitive, but growth managed is important versus growth going way, way too fast.
Okay. Let's talk about some of the programs that you probably deal with that you can offer to a new company that comes in or a young company.
So one of the things that we do for companies, especially in the early phase, is we really partner with the SBA and work with them to help new companies get financing. And that's usually that first step. It's also one of the ways that we measure how things are going in the economy in Maine. So SBA is an important partner, and it's an important link for that business off towards their financing.
And a lot of times people don't even know that these programs are out here. So the best advice would be to contact, your bank and say, just tell me what my options are.
Yeah. So that's why talking to a banker early is important. We can really help them with that piece. Now, the SBA has its websites. People can do their research that way. But taking the time and talking to a banker to learn all the different steps, what are the pieces I'm going to need, what information, so that when it is time to borrow some money because the idea is taking off, that you have that all lined up. And you've worked with your accountants, your attorneys, your banker, and make that team work for you.
Okay. And so some of the companies, just on average, that you deal with, how long are they around before they actually kind of raise the bar and take it to the next level on average? Is it quickly? Does it take years?
Each company is a little bit different, but usually they've been working with an idea for a couple years on average. Okay. I mean, some people are fortunate and it takes off fast. Sometimes it's a long time, but on average, a couple years that they've been really working at an idea.
Okay. And you've been around a long time. You have a lot of experience. Bangor Savings is a great, trusted company. You have a really good pulse on what's going on in the state. So I think a lot of people at home would love to hear about what is your take on the economic climate in Maine?
So I think, as always, Maine has its challenges, but things are going pretty good. And how I measure that is I look at activity. And there's a fair amount of activity going on in the state. And I mentioned SBA before. SBA applications are at an all-time high in the state and across New England. So that's a good thing. And that's one of those early indicators that I say, if that's going well, then the state's going well.
Right, because that kind of spills off into other divisions of the bank. Right?
Absolutely. If that's doing well, then it feeds, individuals, other businesses. And so it's just a good way to get a pulse.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate it. This is Bob Montgomery-Rice from Bangor Savings Bank. And when we come back, we're going to hear our second pitch from a company that was influenced by George Costanza. Please stay with us.
Fame is one of the great resources in our state to enable businesses to find financing.
Fame helps Maine businesses create and retain quality jobs.
Every person that we've dealt with at Fame has been helpful and has been, for us, a partner.
The whole idea is to find the right tool for the right job. Fame is the right tool because it's flexible and they're there when you need them.
From business startup through maturity, Fame works to get you to yes.
Thank you, Fame.
Thank you, Fame.
Thank you, Fame.
I'm George Gervais, Commissioner of the Maine Department of Economic and Community Development. At the department, we're focused on making sure Maine people have the opportunity to build wealth. We do that through targeted activities aimed at retaining and creating jobs, marketing our beautiful state to millions of visitors, businesses, and marketing for workforce talent, helping new products and services and ideas commercialize, and getting Maine businesses access to new markets across the world, improving our competitiveness, making Maine open for business.
For more information about the presenters and panelists on all the Greenlight Maine shows, including interviews with the entrepreneurs, visit greenlightmaine.com.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. Our next pitch comes from Flowfold, and I'd like to welcome co-owner James Morin to the Greenlight set. Thanks for being here. And this all started with a wallet.
Yeah, we like to think we made the wallet cool again, but we've come a long way since then.
Yes, you certainly have. Well, have fun and take it away.
Thanks. So I had this whole pitch planned and ready to go, and then for some reason this morning I woke up and took over Flowfold's Instagram account and asked our customers directly, why would you give us $100,000? What is it about Flowfold that you love? And it changed everything. It was an important reminder to me that they are the only thing that matters. And as much as we want to win this competition, and guys, I want to win this more than I've won anything in my life, but at the end of the day, we're going to go back to Scarborough tomorrow. We're going to sew more wallets. And we're going to do that because what we're passionate about matches what they care about. They value our lifetime guarantee. They appreciate the social issues that we take a stance on, and also really care about the fact that we're putting the environment first. This wallet right here was the first wallet that Charlie Freeman, our founder, gave me back in 2008 when we met at the University of Maine in Orono. And it's completely made from recycled sailcloth material. He was working at a sail loft at the time, went into a trash can, and repurposed this material that was destined for a landfill into making lighter and stronger gear. Now it hangs up at our office, and it's a reminder to us about where we've come from. And the bigger we get, the bigger our efforts. So 40% of all of our materials are still recycled. But what was once one wallet from one sewing machine in the basement of Charlie's mom's house on Peaks Island, Maine, is now 25 plus products that have sold into every continent on the globe and every state in the United States. Distribution for us at Flowfold used to be Charlie's mom loading up her little basket on her pedal bike and biking it down to the post office on Peaks Island, Maine. And now we have distribution in 4 countries outside of North America, and we have 120 plus retail accounts in the US and really strong relationships with accounts like Eastern Mountain Sports and our friends at LO Bean. All data points are positive, right? Our traffic on our website's increasing, our sales are up, the number of relationships we have domestically and internationally are increasing, but now it's time for Flowfold to start investing in that growth. And so if we were to win Greenlight Maine, and be fortunate enough to win Greenlight Maine, it's very simple where this goes. Facilities and people. We have outgrown our space. We have about 1,500 square feet now. We need to at least double that. As our sales continue to increase in size and scope, we need more storage facilities for our finished goods. We need a loading dock because we're shipping products all over the world. And we need room to hire more people. I mean, Maine has got a heritage of craftsmanship. Heck, both my grandparents worked in the mills in Lewiston. We want to bring that back. We want to be part of that legacy. And if we can win Greenlight Maine, then you guys will be part of that legacy too.
Outstanding. Nice, very nice story. Okay, we're going to start our questions. How about you, Bob?
So what's the key to profitability for you? How does your company stay profitable?
Our margins are good right now. And that's, I mean, there's going to be margin erosion as people continue to try to rip off our products. But it's about the story. I mean, you look at our customer base, right now it's 50% 18 to 35. 3/4 of all of our customers are under the age of 45 years old. This group of millennials is driving the marketplace. And, you know, contrary to popular belief, there is more to the millennials than just avocado toast and selfies, but they have a lot of buying power. So we're going to hammer that home.
Okay, we need to do another question, Tom.
And from a marketing standpoint, I mean, how are you getting the word out, or the word out on an international basis?
Right, well, so internationally, we're using our partners here in Maine, like Maine International Trade Center, but also going to trade shows where there's a strong international presence. On Saturday, we actually leave for Outdoor Retailer, which is in Salt Lake City, and we have meetings with several countries, including Korea, Russia, and Japan.
Okay, David, one last question.
With security being such a concern nowadays, do the wallets include RFID technology?
We do have a line of RFID wallets, yes.
Okay, we're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to hash it out with our judges. You're going to hear what they liked and what they didn't like from our pitches, so stay with us.
Furniture for Greenlight Maine is provided by Thomas Mosier Furniture, handmade American furniture since 1972.
For almost 25 years, MaineBiz has been providing business news, information, and analysis for business owners and C-level executives in Maine. From Fort Kent to Kittery, MaineBiz serves the decision makers of Maine across multiple channels, including its flagship print digital publication, website, events, daily report, real estate insider, and weekly newsletter. Let MaineBiz help your business succeed. Inform, engage, connect.
In 1972, Tom Moser committed his life's work to craft, and 4 decades later employs 70 fine craftsmen and women in our shop in Auburn, Maine. With showrooms and customers from coast to coast and numerous awards and accolades, Tom has firmly established himself as an entrepreneurial tour de force and has proven that a life doing what you love is indeed possible.
This year's winner of Greenlight Maine will win this handmade Thomas Mosier beacon box and $100,000. Broadcast facilities provided by NESCOM, the New England School of Communications at Husson University.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. This is the part of the show where our judges get to hash it all out, say what they liked, what they didn't like, what were some strengths, weaknesses. So Bob, let's start with you. These were two great pitches, so what do you have to say?
They were two great pitches, two great companies. Both have great potential. So I think we've got our job cut out for us. This is going to be hard.
It is.
Just terrific to see this kind of work, this kind of production being done here in the state of Maine.
Absolutely.
It's often overlooked. I was very impressed with that.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Very unique products. It's great to see new manufacturing startups in the state of Maine that have a lot of sustainability and uniqueness to the product, so it's exciting to see.
Yes. So, I mean, and they're, you know, similar but different. Like with Zootility, they're trying to launch this jewelry line. So, you know, what do you, they've cornered the market on the pocket monkey and everything else. So what do you think would be a challenge moving forward for the jewelry?
It's a new category, right? That makes it tough.
It is a new category. I mean, for me, I see the pocket monkey as, you know, that's their cornerstone. And being able to build off of that, it's a patentable product. And that jumped out at me. The product itself also is so unique. I've never seen anything like that, whether it's the pocket monkey or the jewelry. I see the opportunities there long term.
Absolutely.
I think the challenge, as they mentioned, is the price point. And you know, if they've got to compromise their product line to make it more saleable, I'm concerned as whether or not that's going to sort of take back the uniqueness of the product or the utility of the product.
Yeah, I think you point out the piece about patent. I think with the other company, you worry about protecting that product, and could someone crowd them out, steal their idea? That's a threat for that other business.
Absolutely, definitely. And Flowfold, I think the big hook there is the 40% recycled materials. I mean, you're not going to find that in too many companies in the world.
Absolutely.
So.
Right. And my concern with that product is, you know, can that be easily duplicated? Right. And obviously, with sustainability and recycling, obviously is in the spotlight of many products. My concern about being duplicated by the companies.
So it is nice to see that, you know, companies like LL Bean are excited by their product. So that's a big up for them.
Absolutely, to get that endorsement from LL Bean.
Right.
So I guess if they were to come back, you know, 6 months from now for the finale, what would you like to see from them in that conversation, in that pitch?
Well, and that pitch is really where both a little bit different, right? You know, what products have they added to the jewelry line to think about how to explode that category?
One area is being able to license a product. And I think Zootility has an edge there. Both companies, I think, have some exposure with regards to people potentially knocking them off.
Sure.
And I think with Zootility, one concern is, can they keep producing what they've been producing, you know, the stamped metal approach, here efficiently enough? I mean, one thing that did concern me about them was when they talked about the price point, you know, being an issue. When you go to a trade show and the retailers are saying, it's a little high in the price, that's a big red flag. But both companies are faced with that issue of, can they keep producing here?
Yep.
We want them
cost.
to.
They got to pay attention to their costs.
Right. Yeah. And I think it would be helpful, you know, for that $100,000 investment to hear the specifics in terms of how they're going to reinvest that in the business, whether it's facility, manufacturing, marketing, R&D development, whatever the case may be. So it'd be helpful to know specifically how they're going to spend that money.
I think Flowfold, managing growth, that next phase of growth, and then the phase after that, because if they don't get knocked off right away, they're going to have some fast growth that they're going to have to manage through. And so he talked about some of those challenges, then thinking about those next challenges with that.
Sure. They are growing very fast at this point in time in their business. Yeah. And that was something we were talking about earlier. Sure. Okay.
Managed well, I think they'll be okay, but you know, you got to stay on top of that.
Absolutely. Okay. So we've got about, 30 seconds left. So if you just want your final comments before we throw it to a break.
Two very organized companies, very disciplined in their approach. I think they're both headed in the right direction.
Yes.
And they both have challenges and obstacles ahead of them.
Right.
Yeah, and they have passion. Both companies have passion. That's key.
Absolutely. Yep. Passion is key.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Great job. We appreciate all your feedback during the course of the show. And we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to find out who gets the green light and moves ahead. Stay with us.
As a leader in Maine and New England in providing integrated accounting, consulting, and tax services to clients large and small, the team at MacPage has proven to provide innovative solutions to help us better meet our clients' needs. We enjoy the people we serve and care about the work we do. The success of our business is based upon our ability to develop quality relationships, one client at a time. MacPage. Accessible, approachable, accountable.
Are you trying to increase sales? At Dream Local Digital, we've been helping businesses using Facebook, Google, and other online tools for over 8 years. We're experts at helping small businesses because we work with them nationwide.
At Horch Roofing, we pride ourselves on doing quality roofs, not social media and direct marketing. That's why we hire the professionals at Dream Local.
We'd love to help you grow your business as well. Give us a call today.
You give gift cards, you get gift cards. But how do you make them matter more? With Bowie Local. This gift card makes it easy to support local businesses and gives those you care about a local choice. The Bowie Local card can be used at participating local businesses throughout Maine. That's right. You can now give the gift of local. Bowie Local gift cards keep Maine communities thriving. Support local, give local. Give the gift card of Maine at bowielocal.com.
Please visit greenlightmaine.com to follow the progress of your favorite entrepreneurs and find information and resources about becoming an entrepreneur yourself.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine, and this is the moment we've been waiting for. We had two outstanding pitches tonight, Zootility and Flowfold. And now it's time to see who's moving on to the next round. Judges, the winner is... And the winner is Zootility. We'll be moving on to the next round. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'd love to hear from you, so please check us out on greenlightmaine.com and visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll be back next week after Bill Green's Maine, right here on Greenlight Maine. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Congratulations. Yeah, nice job.
Greenlight Maine has been brought to you by Bangor Savings Bank. You matter more. Greenlight Maine would not be possible without the support of all of our corporate sponsors. Thank you.
Greenlight Maine has been a paid-for presentation by the Portland Media Group.